This is the Pendulum here. I am definitely making a broadcast titled here Why Gamers Weren't Ready for the Best Game and the Best Game Story. Um, if you were to go on YouTube right now, which you obviously are since you're watching this, most likely, and you'll find that all the reviewers of the game Days Gone, they are now making videos from a month ago and 2 months ago. Everybody's coming out with the fact that in this game, in my next episode, it's going to be all about meeting Ricky and talking about Boozer's arm. Uh, so that's still, that's still a plot. So what this game does is the makers of this game, they obviously were, inspired, and they admittedly are inspired by the open world of Red Dead Redemption 2, with characters inspired by Sons of Anarchy, and also gameplay of zombies, much like World War Z. Now, the thing here is that the critics, they like to critique it and say, oh, Deacon St. John here, what a stupid name. Deacon St. John, yeah, it's got this sort of epic, name about it. And that's to be quite honest, that's a very literary tool. When you give someone an over epic name, you're communicating this is an epic story already. So there are literary elements involved here. And if you look at my last episode, Season 2, Episode 15, you'll see this big horde that Boozer and Deacon had to ride out of just in time before they got themselves killed. And it was a great element to the story, just so huge. Boozer's ready to die. He's ready to just pack it in. And Deacon's just kind of like, remember when you did the same thing with the bottle of whiskey? What did I do? I chugged half the bottle, practically, drank myself to death if you're going to drink yourself to death. And so, that's just, there's so much story here. And so Deacon St. John, he's not a cardboard cutout of a typical character. No, it's just something that critics try to grab at to try to talk about. And they couldn't be more wrong. Me, I may not be a gamer. I just got back into gaming like a year ago, pretty much, exactly 1 year ago. The last system I had before Xbox One and PS4 was a Sega Genesis, guys. But here's the thing. Why am I qualified to review games or even... It's because, for one, when I was making videos in the beginning of last year, I was already saying that critics and reviewers were wrong. They had something wrong, because here's what I have been doing all my life for 35 years now. Well, not when I was a baby, but you get my drift. I've been a movie guy. So if there's anyone who's well versed in story and plot lines and all those dramatic elements, it is definitely me. I mean, we all do appreciate it. Good movies and good stories. Here's the thing. Gamers are not ready for this game because, for one, they want two things that can't exist together. They want to beat the game, they want all the mods, they want all the upgrades, they want to be able to find everything. And it's weird. Gamers like that they have to find things in order to have, better weaponry and stuff. But at the same time, they don't want the game to be impossible. So what's great is, unless you are kind of formulaic in the way that you play games and figure out the AI of the enemy, runners and gunners, all you Call of Dutyers who suck at Call of Duty, and even those who are great at it, you can't just run and gun into the game and expect to just win. You're going to run out of ammo, and then you're going to be pissed. And that's exactly what happened. Other reviewers said, well, after 10 to 15 hours of gameplay, and someone even said after 20 hours of gameplay, it was slow. And here's the thing. I know that everything that I know that everything that the critics said was wrong with the game was actually on purposely done. What do people do on Netflix? what do? They binge a series, right? They binge it and they go over and over again. Season 6, Season 8, Season 10. Look at Grey's Anatomy. Season 15, has just come out on Hulu at the time of this video. And people will binge it. They love the show so much they want to binge it. Now, what most games aren't really able to do, if it's kind of like you can't just binge a game and play it over again just to experience the story. This game is really a game where it's kind of like after I beat it, I'm like, oh man, I feel incomplete after the story ended. I feel so incomplete. I want more. I want more. Like, I didn't know what to do. And like when I Netflix The Office and stuff, I literally watch it over and over again, and I had to play the game again just to experience the story, just to binge watch the story. And I knew that that's something that this game needs to be, is kind of sectioned off in chunks, so that there can be a consumable story, and trying to with someone who's experienced at the game, who's not spending 4 hours scavenging through the woods, right? Because that's not entertaining. But here's also why gamers aren't ready for this game. There are big hordes out there. For example, where's my bike? It's over here. Watch this. I'm going out here with my bike, and all I'm going to have are 72 bullets with a refill or two, one refill on my bike of ammo. Once I'm out of ammo here, and I have 20 sidearm, and let's go ahead and fill that up. Just for the sake of it. But you gotta spend camp credits here. Hello.
Hey Blair, how are you?
Hello.
Hey Deke,
Okay.
can I ask you something?
Could I stop you, Blair? Could I?
No. I heard there was a big fight between Skizzo and Iron Mike.
Let's hear this
What's
out.
going on? Do you know? I mean, I hear things like Skizzo wants to take over the camp. That's messed up.
Just look, don't believe everything you hear, okay? You'll stay sane that way.
Yeah, so even there's little bits, there's side pieces. They know how to build a story. And there's just
Yeah, good.
this is not just an ammo drop, This is a side story, an actual person behind the counter. This is a genius game.
Now that's an upgrade.
It's completely genius.
Okay then.
Alright, so I'm going to go over here and quick save. So this will be a quick demonstration for you guys. Okay. Let's quick save that. Alright. Alright, let's do, yeah, let's go this way. So the thing here is that people want to just quickly,
This is Radio Free Oregon. The truth shall set you free. Today,
just go in and beat up on a whole big horde. Like, okay, you could defeat 2 freakers, right? That's simple. Hey guys, how you doing?
in 1996, the
Yeah,
CIA
but
was accused of dealing cocaine in Central America. Used it to help them control the masses. And the Fed's sticky
so over here,
slice of the global pie.
there should be an ability to
How that shit worked. Well, they decided. Set their sights on
that's pretty cool.
make drug addicts of us good old American
Please don't be a rope.
taxpayers.
Alright, good stuff.
They brought cocaine up by the plane. Barrels of the stuff got us hooked on it. Kept us complacent. Kept us high.
Runners.
Kept us under the heel of their rich boots. And and they get profit from our misery. The feds made millions to fund their secret operations, all while destroying the very heart and soul of this good country. But thankfully, at last, all that is in the past.
So basically there should be a horde. And that's the thing, it's not even a horde. This is just a couple nests,
At least,
Um,
my people. Stay sober, people.
and it's not even that bad, like,
This is Mark Copeland for Radio Free Oregon.
I wonder if I can do
Believe
this.
the lies.
Yep.
Yeah, you ever lose an arm, Cope? Maybe when you do, you'll find yourself wanting a bottle of whiskey, or 2, or 3, and in the meantime, shut the hell up!
Love it. Love it.
Finally. Jesus. Get in there.
So essentially, what people want experiences with just a little bit of ammo. They want to be able to just kind of run in here and just be like, "Hey guys, yeah,
How's it going?
yeah, I'm gonna beat these guys."
Stop by when you can.
Yeah. Except now,
Yes. Always need more shit. Thanks, brother. Keep it up.
but guess what? You can't just do that. You can roll for a little bit. Guess what? You're gonna die. Yeah. And even if you roll and time it well, you gotta be able to. So if you don't hit right away, if you don't hit them right, they're still gonna come after you. And people want to just be able to do that with hundreds of these. Oops. Okay, and so. Oh. Better hurry. Boom. Dead. See? So. And people are just like, "Oh man, I'm looking forward to the hordes. I'm looking forward to killing hordes." It's like. Yeah. You can't just walk in. You can't just walk in and kill a horde. Like, no, you can't just do that. You're not trained. And the only way to get trained is if you go through the long, arduous journey.
This is Deke. Must be sleeping.
Deke, that you?
Let's hear this out.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to wake you.
Brother, after working a shovel all day, I pretty much pass out as soon as I hit the bunk. What's going on?
Just checking on you, brother. Just making sure that you didn't wander off on another midnight dance with a horde.
Hey, don't worry about me. From the sound of it, you're the one out on a joyride. Hey, I gotta get some shut-eye. Talk later. Out.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you can't just go around wasting ammo and all this stuff. You can't, like, you have to seriously, like, have tactics.
Deke, you there?
Huh.
Had some time on my hands, made you some shit.
Awesome.
Booze, man. Yes. Always need more shit. Thanks, brother. Deacon out.
So one of the critiques of the game was that that Deacon just doesn't have explosives and stuff ready to take on hordes. It's like it's too convenient.
Ricky. Hey, okay. Yeah, I'll check in. Deacon out.
You know, so it's like unless you're familiar with the tactics of how freakers are, you can't just walk in and kill hundreds at one time. You know, you can't just walk in with explosions. So Deacon, yeah, he's an ex-Marine and stuff, but he's not just armed to the teeth in, you know, grenades and all this stuff. This is a survivalist atmosphere, and gamers just aren't ready for what it takes to literally survive with whatever you can carry on yourself. Like, this isn't Grand Theft Auto. He can literally carry 3 weapons and a melee weapon. That's it. With very limited ammo at a time. Like, it's genius. So let's say you and Boozer are out for 2 years and you handle a few freaks, you know, a couple at a time. That's what you're ready for. That's what you've done. But as far as, like, now we're in the stage of, you know, Boozer's got his arm off, completely amputated, and now Deacon's like, shoot, we got to take care of the problem. And the problem is freaks. We got to take care of them once and for all. And so you don't just be like, okay, I'm ready because I, you know, stumbled upon a shack with some research papers and I press square and I hold it down and now Deacon's just ready to make explosives and nuclear bombs and just be like, okay, I pressed X and now they're all exploded. No, that's what gamers want. They want to run and gun and be like, all right, I wandered the forest for a couple hours and I found the secret. I'm not even kidding. That's what I get from people that complain. And I'm not far-fetched. They don't want a game. They want a game that's survivalistic, but they also want a game that's easy. They also want a game that's full of great story, but they don't want. They don't. They want it both ways, basically. Okay, let me show you how to kill these guys 2 at a time, right? 1, 2. Got hit once. Gonna run here. Whoops. Let's run a little bit. Hold the left D-pad. Get healed up. Now hit. I'm actually getting hit more than I'm used to because I'm actually pretty good. Okay. This is called a really good melee weapon. Okay. You don't just walk in with this game. Each of those guys takes 12 hits with your field knife. That's 36 hits over and over again, like blap, 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 blap. I'll show you. Okay? Six. 9. 12. But guess what? That's because they're stronger at nighttime. They get a little strength boost. And there's little sightseeing elements here too.
That's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. It's just a little bit. Those things are there to let you know that if you haven't gotten those little icons, it's a good indication that you haven't been there yet. And doing hand-to-hand combat, it's just a cheaper way of a cheaper way, if you will, of quietly taking out the enemy. Because every hit with crafted weapons, it's at 70%. So what you want to do to have, so this game rewards stealth. So if you sneak up behind him, get that triangle bit, 1 hit. Time your rolls. Oh, jeez. Yeah, those woman ones are actually really tough. She got me 2 hits like at one time. It's pretty incredible. It used to be a lot easier, but they've made their final patch of the game. And so I know that they're building something huge. So that Days Gone Part 2 is definitely going to come out, and it's probably going to be a major feature on the PlayStation 5 when that comes out. And so the thing that I might be getting off topic from, but not really, is the fact that gamers just, they want it the way they want it. They want it both ways. And you literally can't have anything both ways. Oh crap. Oh crap. So when they dodge like that, yeah. So at this point, yeah, we can't really have gunshots because it's gonna bring every single one on top of me. So a dumpster would be good. So this is just 5 of them. You know, if you don't handle one correctly, it's just gonna kill you. What do we got? Oh, good. We have a. So I will run these at the humans. Some gas right there. So those gunshots from humans who are definitely your enemies. Oh jeez. Those things are fast. They hit so fast. So they will eat each other. That guy's still shooting. So, and I'm really good at this game, and so if people just come in wanting to take down a whole horde, like they're kidding themselves. You can't. You can't do it. So character-wise, Deacon St. John is just not ready in the very beginning of when the game picks up. He's just not ready. Ah, crap. Oh, good. It does work. Alright. So you can always do... I think he killed the human, yep. Alright, so... there's just like a couple of them. If you don't kill him, he still swipes at you. Like that. You have to be a good shot.
Okay, here we go.
Nope, didn't get him. See? You can't be careless. Like, you have to be completely accurate. There's so people complain about the story being slow. It's not slow. The story is completely realistic. I dodged left. I could see it, and I still try to go to the left. I've been playing Red Dead for a while, so I've been playing kind of like a potato today. And so, if you want to just walk in and just kill a horde, you can't. Deacon St. John's not ready. The player, the gamer, is not ready. Your tactics, like, you have to learn how to kill 400 at a time by getting to know how to kill 2 at a time, 3 at a time, safely. Knowing how to run away from a group of 10 or 20. So you have to be trained. And so what gamers hate is that this game is actually the best possible game. It literally prevents you from being an amateur and being able to just kill a horde. The technology is not developed, and even when it is, it's still super difficult. It's not something that you can just be like, yeah, let's run and gun and go do it. So what gamers don't know is that this is seriously like the best game. It's amazing. It's just the best game. And it's got the story to back it up. And the whole time that you're training how to kill a horde, it's got story all along the way. So it's not too much story. It's actually in a league of its own. This game is amazing. It's got so much content, more than pretty much any other game. And, you know, people would say, well, it's probably just too much. You know, and one reviewer said, I was wrong, but this game, you know, could have been cut into about like 15 less hours. It's like, no, if you do that, you're taking away the journey. You're taking away how freaking difficult it is to survive out here. Like, it's exhausting. You're actually feeling the story of Deacon St. John. And so that's genius. So I guess this game is ahead of its time because people aren't ready for a game that forces you to be an amateur when the character's still an amateur. When the technology is not available, the gamer can't stand it. The typical gamer can't stand it that they are just as limited as the character. They're spoiled. Gamers are spoiled. You want it the way you want it, but you can't have it. You have to earn it, and people don't like earning anything. You have to survive, and it's hard. Like, literally, want to know why this game feels impossible to beat? Because everybody else in the game, character-wise, they die. Deacon's like the only one. Literally, he's the only person with the grit and the tactics and the patience and the know-how to handle stealth combat and aggressive combat. And what you do here is know when to find a dumpster to hide in. Not bad. So I did that, not because, so as a survivalist,
Should be less freaks around here now.
I needed to get that done for the sake of fast travel. Alright. Hit circle. These are tactics right here. He's going to turn on at any second. Not because he smells me, because they just wander aimlessly sometimes. So, that's my review of Gamers. All the critics have finally come out and said that they were wrong about this game, because they finally, while they were waiting for their next DLC, they decided to pass the time with this game, and they finally realized every single one of them said, this game is actually amazing. And they came out with videos saying, here's why you have to play this game. It's incredible. It's literally the best game. It just is. Yeah, I wouldn't even compare it to Call of Duty, but I'll gladly compare, whoopsie daisies, I'll gladly compare Call of Duty Gamers. Let's try it. Oh no. See? Can't do that. Nah. Oh shoot.
Got you.
Alright, I'm out of bandages. Yeah. Crafting. So yeah, you can't be reckless. You can break your bike, and I could have totally ruined the story right there. I was trying to actually break it so I could show you guys. Is it broken? 38%. You just scrap to repair your bike, approach the bike and hold circle. If you're out of scrap, it's taking me this long to actually break my bike. What is going on? What? No! There you go. So this is what people, right here. So this is what people tend to get themselves into, these sticky situations. So it's like, guess what? As a survivalist, you can't repair the bike in the water, and you can't drive a bike that's broken. So you're screwed. And people don't like that. It's like, it's too realistic. So these gamers, let's see if we can do a recover bike. Yep. So you can recover your bike to like a, oh jeez, to a nearby location if you're near your bike. So in a way, what this game has let you do just now is hypothetically Deacon just dragged out of the water. They didn't program the whole process of dragging it out of the water. So you can repair some of it.
See. That's it.
That's enough to drive it. And I got enough credits because I don't want to spend scrap. I don't want to spend scrap trying to repair this bike. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll head back to camp. But so yeah. So all these reviewers came out and made videos about why you need to play Days Gone. So I don't know how else to prove it to you guys, but the story is incredible. There's so much to it. It's the kind of thing that people want to binge watch the series as a series. If it were a series, it'd be amazing. And so, Reiki about Bouge's arm. Okay, so I cleared that infestation out. Good stuff. Not can fast travel from location to anything up here, basically. All right, so yeah, it's literally a genius game. It's ahead of its time. Gamers aren't ready for it. They aren't ready for the patience. They aren't ready to be tested in their skill. What was that? Is that a human or a freaker? Looks like a human.
Murdering drifters. Oh, God damn it. No, no, no. What are you waiting to jump me? Huh?
And if your tactics suck, you will die. Like that. See?
They're down! Someone's down!
And you'll die. See? It takes that. It's that long. It doesn't take long at all. They will keep shooting at you. There's no grace period. There's no nothing. Okay? That's just, it is what it is. And you go back to where the game saved what you had going on. Kind of, yeah. Frustrating, huh? So, there's nothing in this game that you can really fake. So if you suck at combat and tactics, the game's going to force you to get better. Because if you can't even handle 4 marauders like that, then why would you want to even pretend like you deserve to take on a horde and be like, yeah, I'm going to bring some explosions and be like, yeah. Oh, can't recover in current state. Well, duh. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So what I wanted to do was, you know.
Oh, what the hell?
What? How is it letting me drive it? That's so funny. Alright. So let's repair a little bit. That's kind of funny. Alright, do a little small repair.
Doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look... Yeah, sure. Alright, let's heal a little bit. Yep. So, get Days Gone, test your gaming skills, and try to figure out a way that you want to play this game. As in, do you want to meander through the woods for 4 hours trying to collect herbs? And you know, you definitely want to do this as you go. Approach it like a survivalist, follow the prompts, you know, and treat it like you have to look after a best friend, like such as Boozer, who you have to keep from dying, and also keep from wanting to kill himself. Like, he literally, it's just a great game. You got someone to take care of. And, oh yeah, some reviewers said, I don't really understand why Deacon even has a purpose for living. I don't really understand. It's like, they actually addressed that in the game, and we all relate. It's just kind of like, why keep going? Because sometimes, don't overthink it. Why the hell not? You know, and to answer that question, he's got Boozer. And there's no way that Deacon's going to leave Boozer behind by doing what he wants to do, which is just kill himself, which is what pretty much they all want to do out here. So the idea of just making sure the other is not left behind is the driving force. So I'm going to go ahead and see what's up with Boozer's arm, and that is exactly what's going to happen next on the next actual episode. So now you heard it. So reviewers have come out on YouTube and said they were wrong about the game. You can't just walk in and kill hordes just because you want to, because Deacon is not ready yet. He doesn't have the technology, and you're going to see along the way how he acquires it. He's an ex-Marine, so he has the tactics and the know-how, but you have to, it's almost like you literally are forced as a gamer to not be good enough to take on a horde, 400 freakers at one time. You saw how quickly 2 of them could kill you. So you literally have to train yourself just as Deacon has to train himself. And gamers hate that. They want a realistic process, but they also want it both ways. They also want to just walk in, press a button, walk into a shack and be like, "Hey guys, I just researched how to make a make a nuclear napalm." Walk up to horde, hold down L2, and then throw R2 and be like, "Yay, I won." That's pretty much what gamers want to do. And sucks to suck, you guys. So, and the story's amazing. So I invite you to play Days Gone if you can. Alright? So I'll catch you on the next episode while I walk up to Ricky here and we talk about Boozer's arm. And speaking of training yourself, I have a skill point to spend. I'm going to spend that right now on something that's pretty much needed, which is that, or no, it's not what I want. Focus while aiming. Yep, I already did that. To reload while sprinting, that's pretty important. But survival's purpose, double the scrap. Did I get double the meat yet? I think I did. Yeah, I did. So let's go ahead and do, I don't want that one. Don't want that one either. Don't want that one either. Ranged. Nah. Yeah. Ability to reload ranged weapon while sprinting. So all this time, Deacon could not reload while sprinting. Sure, he's an ex-Marine, but the whole point is that you literally don't get all these extra skills until you've gone through the journey, right? You are limited. And so before oh no. Next episode, here we go.
Hey, Ricky,
No. No.
What's up, Deke?
It's about Boozer's arm.
Oh,
I saw that hook that you made for him, and it's great, but don't you think it might be better if, instead of a hook, I don't know, maybe with something like a knife or a blade or something, you know?
Oh, hold on. Oh, thank you.
So who...
I'm sorry about that. So, you want me to create a prosthetic blade for Boozer?
Well, yeah, I just thought it might cheer him up, make him feel, you know, more of a...
You want me to weaponize Boozer?
I wouldn't put it that way.
I'm just fucking with you, Deke. I think it's a great idea. I will go check some parts, and I will radio what I need. Cool?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. I will, we'll figure out where this goes from here. I'll start an episode that continues the story. Alright, see you on the next one, guys. Pendulum out.